back. We are 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 back. We're back. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thanks for joining us today. We are blessed to be back home. We made it. We were on a trip of a lifetime. We went all the way from Cabo San Lucas all the way up to San Felipe and back with the Baja Jerky guys. We were with the Baja Jerky guys on the Baja the Salsa Fresca and the Baja Vida, and we went all the way up to Cia Cortez. It was an absolutely spectacular trip, but I'm back home with my beautiful wife. She's so happy I'm back. She couldn't wait to see me. She just loves when I'm around, don't you, baby?
I do. I love you very much.
But we're back, gang. We're in town. We're going to be back doing our shows every day. We won't be missing out anymore. We got a beautiful little fly here trying to make it on the show. But, gang, it's Baja Jerky Monday. Baja Jerky's stepping up big time. They're stepping up big time. They got another big contest coming for the month of July. So stay tuned. We'll let you in on July 1st on what we got going on with Baja Jerky and all the cool things. We just had the time of our life with the owner of Baja Jerky and his family up to Cia Cortez. It was spectacular, gang. If you want to see how spectacular it is, Kelly's got to get some previews of it already because of who she is. She gets to spend the night with me, so she gets to see all kinds of cool stuff, huh, baby?
Yes. Oh, I see all
kinds of cool stuff. But I'm going to be posting videos every day, new videos about the trip and how spectacular it was. And it was a trip of a lifetime. And I just want to thank everybody involved that was part of that trip. Thanks, Tom Shanahan, for allowing me to run your boat for you while you're recovering from your finger amputation. Everybody that was on the boat, thanks for allowing me to be your captain. And the owner of Baja Jerky, thank you. That was an awesome trip. Trip of a lifetime, gang. If you've ever flown the Baja, up and down the Baja, you can't even comprehend. You look at all those beautiful islands as you're traveling up or down the coast in the airplane. It looks spectacular. Well, let me tell you, they are. We got to visit almost all of them, at least drive by most of them, those that we didn't visit. But we saw a bunch of really cool stuff. Got to catch a lot of really bitchin' fish. And just had an all-around great time. Weather sometimes was a little snippy, but we made it. But Baja Jerky, big sponsor of the show, big sponsor of the trip. It couldn't have happened if it wasn't for Baja Jerky. So thank you very much, everybody over there at Baja Jerky, Chris, and Eric, and the gang over there. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this. Listen, gang, Baja Jerky's still stepping up for all the members of your Saltwater Guide. Let alone we're having a new contest we're going to launch on July 1st. But, gang, they allow all the members of your Saltwater Guide to have access to their product. And you enter the code YSWG and you enter the number 30. You save 30% on the product. Gets it delivered straight to your house. And remember, Salsa Fresca, that's the name of the boat that we took up the Cia Cortez. That's Kelly's favorite. Mm-hmm. This is your very most favorite, right? Do you like this stuff?
Well, I like them all.
But you love this the best.
That's probably
all right.
But this one's a close second, though.
And then I like the orange. The sweet orange is mine. But you know what, gang? They have another new product on market. They have mango, dried mango. It tastes just like the dry. I'd have to say it tastes better than the dry mango you get down here in Todos Santos, which I thought was the best until I had the dried mango on the boat. I don't have any of the product yet, but you can order it. Go to BajaJerky.com and order the mango, order the Baja Jerky, order the flavors you like, get the combo box, get whatever. Save 30% on it by putting in the code YSWG and the number 30. And we're going to get going with our seminar today. But don't forget Baja Jerky. Huge reason why we get to do what we get to do. Okay? Kelly's going to enjoy her little bite of Baja Jerky while we talk here. She loves the salsa fresca. There's just no way around it. She couldn't help herself. She saw it sitting on the counter. She had to go. If you like spice, you're going to love the serrano pepper. We got the crackling pepper. They got so many different flavors. You're going to love it. Finn wants to be in the show too. Finn. There's Finn. Everybody wants in on the show. Daddy's back in town and everybody wants in on the show. So today, gang, we're back to talking about anchovies like we were last week when we did our show from Santa Rosalia. I was lucky enough to jump in the Baja Jerky truck and do my show there with Starlink. Thank you, Elon Musk, for allowing that to happen. Gang, I put out a really bitchin' game plan. If you fished on this weekend that we just had and you didn't catch fish, it's not my fault because, man, if you go over there and you read the fish reports from the people on our website, yoursaltwaterguide.com, they followed the game plan, the simple game plan that I laid out, and they went out and they had a phenomenal time. Our clients caught more bluefin than the whole fleet of San Diego caught yesterday. Yep, I'm telling you, they had the time of their lives. Fish move, fish swim. There was really good bluefin fishing in some different areas that people weren't used to going to. If you followed our game plan, you were right in front of them. Also along the coast and at Catalina, very, very good fishing with the anchovies. And that's what we're going to talk about more today is fishing with anchovies. But if you followed our game plan, you caught fish this weekend. I promise you. Those that did phenomenally well, and they're more than happy to share the information that they gathered going out there fishing. But Kelly girl will tell you, we have so much fun on our private boat up in Dana Point when we are out fishing on our little well craft, when our bait tank's full of anchovies. Yes. We're coming up there next week for a really good friend of ours who passed away. We're coming up there for a celebration of his life, Kenny Nielsen. And Kelly and I, on the day that we celebrate Kenny's life, we're going to go fish his favorite spot up in South Laguna and hope that there's still some anchovies for bait because we're excited to get up there. And you should be too, gang. If you have your own private boat and you're not understanding what we're talking about, anchovies change everything. Because what likes to eat the anchovy? Every single fish in the ocean loves to eat anchovies. Marlin like to eat them. Wahoo, barracuda, bonita, bass, yellowtail, tomcod, halibut, and whatever else you want to catch. Giant bluefin love anchovies. That's what they're foaming on out there on those big foamers. They're locked in on that small anchovy. But here's the number one thing, and a lot of the bait barges, we heard from them. I know a lot of the guys that work on the bait barges, we heard this from them this weekend. People were pissed because they had anchovies for bait. And those people obviously don't know what they're,
they don't know how
they don't know how to cast. They don't know how to cast. So they'd rather throw a 8 or 7 or 8 inch sardine out there and catch nothing because they could cast it than use anchovies and catch a fish every time they throw their line in the water. Isn't that bizarre?
Sort of.
It's because they don't know how to cast. Or they're too proud to pick up a spinning rod and cast it, because you can cast an anchovy on a spinning rod, but a lot of guys are like, I don't fish spinning rods on the West Coast. Well, let me tell you something. The East Coast fishes spinning rods wide open, and if they came to the West Coast and saw how good fishing is with anchovies, they'd be flinging them out there on their spinning rods and knocking the hell out of the fish, gang. Why are anchovies so bitchin' to have on the boat? Well, first of all, those of you with a private boat, your bait capacity is not very large. So when you throw those 7 and 8 inch sardines in there, you cannot put a lot of bait on your private boat. You just can't. They don't have a bait tank like we have on our wellcraft. We have a 65-gallon bait tank on our 21-foot wellcraft at Dana Point Harbor because we understand how important it is. We don't care that we set on the bait tank as we go to the spot.
We have no
That's where we set, though, because like I taught Kelly, if you don't have bait, who gives how comfortable you are getting there? Because if you don't have any ammo when you get there, it sucks. But I'll tell you, you can put way more anchovies in your little bait tank than you can 7-inch sardines. Then when you get to where you're going and you have a bait tank full of anchovies and you start throwing handfuls of that anchovy in the water as chum, all of a sudden the water just erupts. Fish are jumping out of the water doing cartwheels. The whole world just changes when you chum with anchovies. Now, if you're a purist lure fisherman, how much fun would that be to have some anchovies to chum and then cast your lure out there and catch fish? Kelly girl knows what I'm talking about. She did that one day, and then she called Jimmy Decker and she said, I like this lure fishing. This
Yeah,
is cool. You don't have to
fun.
get scales all over your hands.
But I don't mind getting scales.
No, because she likes to catch fish. But she got into that lure fishing when I was chumming anchovies, and then the calicos and the barracuda were biting every cast. Because what happens is when you're throwing that anchovy in the water, gang, you're increasing the prey density level in the water. As you increase the prey density level, the machine starts to get rolling. All the bass start to get behind your boat, and this mackerel and the short barracuda. That machine starts to go. When all those fish are behind your boat, jumping around, eating those anchovies, Mr. Yellowtail and Mr. White Sea Bass are right behind them. They're coming in to see what the heck is all this commotion. They're swimming in there slow, checking it out. They see all this action going on. They see the prey density level increasing in the water. When the prey density level increases, that means more food in the water. Prey is food. Density is more. So the more prey density level in the water, the more of a chance to get a bite, because something clicks in the fish's head when he sees all this food in the water. And even if they're not hungry, if there's a trickle of downhill current or a trickle of uphill current, and you have a phenomenal amount of bait in the water, bam, those fish are going to start biting. And when they start biting and you're there and you're fly lining your bait back there with all the other stuff going on, lo and behold, you can't even help yourself. You're going to accidentally catch something, even if you don't want to. But gang, what I'm trying to explain to you is if you didn't catch fish this weekend, what are you waiting for? Get on my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. Follow our simple game plan, gang. Learn how to fish. Learn how to fish. Yeah. Just learn the basics, and then you'll always be successful. If you are just in to catching big bluefin, tuna, I hope you have lots of extra $1,000 bills in your pocket, because look at the price of gas right now. And if you only fish bluefin, that's the only fishing you do, my goodness, you poor suckers, because there's so many other fish to catch. Sea bass right now are biting really good along the coast. Why are they biting so good along the coast? Because of the anchovies, the prey density level. We're getting the machine rolling along, and all this matters, and everything matters. What we teach over at yoursaltwaterguide.com is how to fish for the fish that live in Southern California. Now, yes, since 2015, this bluefin's been living there. But gosh, back in 2015, gas was $2.50 a gallon. Wasn't that big of a deal to go out after them. Now, what is it? $6.25, $6.50, $6.75 a gallon, or $7 a gallon, or $8, $9, $10, $12, $16. Who knows where it's going to end? You best better learn how to fish for the fish that live in Southern California, where you don't have to drive all day, where you can go out to Dana Point, or you can go out to Point Loma, or you can go out to Marina Del Rey and go out to Rocky Point, throw the anchor over the side and quit burning that valuable fuel, and start catching the fish that live in the water that you like to fish in. I see so many people when they call me and they talk to me and they go, well, Captain Dave, I only like to fish for tuna. Well, that's because tuna are very easy to catch. And there's very zero technical skill. I know you got to know how to put a dead flying fish out underneath the balloon. I know that's really hard. Unless you're a member of my website, and then we teach you how to do that. And then you go, wow, this is really easy. But when you start to fish the spots along the coast, or the spots at Catalina, or the spots at the Coronados, now you start to get into that technical stuff, and you start to get into the bait presentation and the chumming and all those things that matter fishing in Southern California. And we have over 400 how-to videos to teach you how to do what we're talking about every day. Kelly Girl can tell you, when she goes out fishing on her private boat, we catch so many fish. It's absolutely mind-boggling to the common person. Like I used to tell her when we'd get to the dock, everybody always wants to ask Kelly, how was fishing? And I try to explain to her, honey, don't tell them. They're not going to believe you. When you tell them you caught 100 bass today, they're going to go, oh, that's so nice. You're such a cute little girl, 100 bass. Sure. She's underestimating what she caught when she tells you she caught 100. If Kelly Girl didn't catch 100, it's because Kelly Girl didn't want to catch 100.
Yeah.
Because she can catch a fish every time she throws her bait in the water. Because that's how good it is when you know how to do it and you know where to go and the conditions are right and you have anchovies. It changes everything. Now, how do you get around catching so many small fish when you're fishing with anchovies and you want to catch bigger fish? You're going to want to get a sabiki rod. You're going to want to get some sabikis from Promar, and you're going to want to fish for some mackerel and put some mackerel in your bait tank, gang, so that you can fish some larger baits if you want to get away from the smaller fish. Kelly and I, we like to catch fish. We just like to catch fish. We love to eat bass. That's one of our very most favorite. Well, it is our very most favorite fish to eat in the ocean, but we like to fish. So we like to fly line anchovies and catch fish and maybe throw out a little bit bigger sardine, catch a little bit bigger bass, maybe throw out a mackerel and catch a sea bass or a yellowtail. But if you're at the spots along the coast or if you're at the spots at the island and you're following our game plan, you want to have a handful of mackerel in your bait tank so that you can catch some of that, maybe that yellowtail that shows up or that sea bass. But now with the anchovies, gang, try to stuff as many anchovies as you can in your bait tank. Because even us, we'll have 5, 6 scoops of bait on the boat. Yeah, for her and I.
Yeah, because you got to change your bait every
30 seconds. 60,
Oh, it's 30 now?
Well, it's 60.
I thought it was 60.
You and I can't leave a bait in the water from, well, I can't. I got ADD. I can't leave a bait in the water. But you do definitely, like Kelly Girl was just saying, you have to change your bait all the time. Why? Because
you just do.
No, because you want the most lively
bait
you can have on there that is going to swim. You want the bait to swim. How many of you have thrown your bait in the water and the minute it hits the water, you get a bite? The fish can tell if it's a healthy bait or a not healthy bait. It matters. When you're looking in your bait tank, you want to get the greenest anchovy you can. The more green they are, the more lively and more healthy they are. The bluer they are, the more dead they are, the more lazy they are. Red-nosed, missing an eye, all that stuff. You don't want to put that on. That's a chum bait. That's when you throw over the side for chum to increase the prey density level. You want to look at the bait tank if you're on a sport boat or you're on your private boat. You want to get that bait that's the hardest one to catch.
Yep.
If you can get the hardest one to catch, it's going to get a bite immediately. And then we'll go back to what we talk about, fly lining. Gang, if you're not fly line, it's summertime. If you want to fish rockfish, wait till the water gets cold and it's miserable out there. But now it's summertime, gang. Surface action, fly line baits, no sinker, no sliding sinker, unless you're using a live squid for bait. But if you're not using live squid and you're fly lining anchovies or sardines or mackerel, you're going to have a blast. But what do I talk about fly lining? No beads.
Nothing.
No swivels.
Line and a hook.
Yep. A hook connected to a piece of line that's connected to your reel. That's fly lining. As soon as you put on a bead or a swivel, or I just like to use a small weight. Well, you know why? Because you don't know how to cast. But the minute you put any weight on there, you're no longer fly lining. Now you're fishing with a weight. You might as well be picking your nose and eating your boogers because now you're a booger eater because you're not fly lining, you're booger eating. Fly lining, there's only one way to do it. That's with nothing else but a hook tied to the spool of your line. That's it. A hook tied to your line that goes to your reel. And if anything else is on there at all, anything, you're no longer fly lining. People put on a bead. I don't understand that. I've been diving since I was 14. Certified diver, snorkeler, free diver, da-da-da. I have never once in my whole life seen a fish swimming around with a bead on them. I don't know. They must do it somewhere, maybe in Laguna or something. I don't know, but I haven't seen them swimming around with a bead on them. Now, I know your sister's brother's aunt's cousin caught a fish that way once, and that's great. But, gang, you don't want to put anything on your line but that hook tied to your line with an anchovy on there or a mackerel or a sardine and fly line. It's summertime, gang. The water's 70. It's somewhere between 65 and 70, depending on where you're at. And the fish are biting and things are really hot and heavy. And you want to get out there and you want to do the very best you can. When you pull up to the bait barge, gang, ask them if they have anchovies. Be happy they do. Here's what I see a lot of people do when they pull up to the bait barge and all they have are anchovies.
What?
They sit down on their tackle box right away and they start sucking their
'Cause they
thumb.
know.
Oh, you good?
Gosh, they call you, or you get a phone call or like when you anchovies. It's
All right.
exciting.
The bait barges call me and tell me they got anchovies because they know I'm going to tell all my clients. Right now on our website, we have over 3,500 clients, gang. We have over 3,500 people that are actually enjoying fishing and actually catching fish and understand the value of the $4.99 a month. Now, if you've been sitting on the fence, waiting and thinking, I don't know, should I get on Dave's website? I don't know. I got to ask my husband if it's okay to spend $4.99. But you went to Starbucks today and bought a $12 cup of brown water. You didn't even finish it. It's still sitting in your car probably not even half drank, probably like a quarter of it's drank, and it's sitting there on your dash. And tomorrow morning, you're going to throw the rest of it away. And then you're going to go get another $12 cup of brown water tomorrow. And you got to worry about $4.99 a month to not suck at fishing anymore. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why you insist on sucking at fishing, but it is America and it is your God-given right to suck. So you just go right ahead and suck. But those of you that are tired of sucking, go over and check out our website. And I'll give you guys a heads up right now, you can call us. We're back home. We're back at the dock. We're back here. We're going to be doing our live shows every day. But if you want to call me and talk to me about the website, I'm opening up my phone to everybody. Call me. If you don't have my phone number, send me a message. I will send you my phone number. I want you all to be involved in the website because I don't want you all to suck at fishing anymore. And I don't want you to get rid of your boat because you can't figure out how to do this. I want you to keep your boat. I want you to start catching fish. I don't want you to spend thousands of dollars driving around chasing bluefin because that's the only thing you know how to catch. I want you to learn how to fish for the fish that live in Southern California so you can catch fish winter, spring, summer, or fall. We have a phenomenal series on our website about lobster fishing also. Don't forget, Kelly Girl has the largest lobster ever caught in the state of California. If you caught one bigger, you know what you forgot to do?
Tell somebody.
Tell anybody. Kelly Girl gave hers to the aquarium in Long Beach. We know for a fact that's the largest lobster weighed in the state of California officially. Now, you probably caught way bigger. I'm sure you did. Hers only weighed 18.75 pounds at the Long Beach Aquarium. I'm sure you caught bigger. But gang, what we do at our website is we teach you how to do everything because you have to make your boat payment winter, spring, summer, fall. They don't care that you only fish for bluefin. They want you to pay your payments. They want you to pay your insurance. They want you to pay your storage. So why don't you learn how to do everything here in Southern California? That's what we try to teach you at your Saltwater Guide, gang. That's what we try so hard to help you with. But let me tell you, it's like those workout videos that you bought back in the 70s and 80s. If you never, ever did the workout, you probably are still a fat slob. Oh, I'm sorry.
Dave, that's not very nice.
But that's how the website works, gang. If you don't follow my simple plan, you probably still suck. Even though you paid the $4.99 a month, but you didn't watch the videos, you still suck. I know you stand there with your chest all, I remember at Dave's website. But you never watched any of the videos. What is wrong with you, gang? The stuff I'm giving you is gold. The stuff I'm giving you, I get scolded from some of the old timers for sharing this shit with you guys because it's so real. And these guys held it so close to their chest for so long. And they're bummed that I'm sharing this stuff with you, which I don't understand because I want you all to be successful. That's why I helped Fish Dope when they first started. That's why I was on Bloody Decks every single day. I've always been there to help. 976, Phil Freeman and I, we did 976 together for years and years and years. I'm always there to help you, and I'm still here to help you after 48 years of fishing for a living in Southern California. I still am here to help you all the time so that you don't have to suck at fishing. But if you want to suck, that's fine. Go right ahead. But don't call us up this next weekend and go, well, I didn't catch anything. It's because you didn't follow our plan. Follow the plan, gang. You don't have to suck anymore. Don't forget, Baja Jerky, Salsa Fresca, Kelly's very most favorite. That's a bitchin' boat. I was able to go fish, drive it up and down the Baja. The Baja Vita, another bitchin' boat. Captain Dave's Sweet Orange. Serrano pepper.
They're all good,
Don't
though.
forget the mango. Gang, whatever flavor you like, they have you covered. Street taco, another one of Kelly's faves. They have seasonings. They have beef sticks now. They have hot sticks. They have Baja jerky sticks. They have, when you go to the website now, and I'm going to have plenty of new product to show you because I got introduced to a bunch of new product on this trip. We'll have plenty of new product for the shows on Mondays to start to show you. But go on the website, BajaJerky.com. Check out all the really spectacular products. And those of you that are members of my website, you got to have this stuff on the boat because you need protein now because you no longer suck at fishing. So you're using energy when you're out there fishing. You're not just sitting on your butt all day with your finger in your nose. You're actually catching stuff now. You're burning through the calories. You need some protein. You got to have Baja jerky on the boat. It stashes in your glove box on the boat. It stashes in all the hatches. It stashes all over the place. It stays fresh for a very, very long time. Go to BajaJerky.com, order up some Baja jerky, put in the code YSWG, the number 30. You will not be disappointed. Tomorrow we'll have another great show for you. Tomorrow's Pro Marahi USA Tuesday. We're going to talk more about catching mackerel for bait because it's crucial now with the anchovy in the mix at the bait bar just to have that larger bait. We'll talk about sabikis. We'll talk about sabiki rods tomorrow. Kelly girl, thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Our viewership went up way up because they flipping through the channels and saw you.
This fly is driving me up a wall. Do you see this fly? This fly?
I do.
We tried to kill it before the show, but we couldn't
Poor
do it.
Finn's
Our
trying to
Finn,
sleep, and my big mouth won't let him sleep. My monkey's upstairs screaming for us.
I gotta go see the monkey.
Monkey's
so
minutes away from being on the show. Pretty soon, Marley will be a part of the show. Gang, thanks for a great day. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye, everyone.